General Nakasone, the United States is a cyber superpower. Do you consider China a comparable cyber superpower?
Congressman, I consider China a near-peer adversary, yes.
And what is the likelihood of China outcompeting the United States in cyberspace?
Given the attention that we're putting on this today, the realization that our nation must change, the strategic environment that it must change, our national defense strategy, our national security strategy, I think we will maintain that superiority.
A reassuring answer. During World War II, the United States was concerned that Nazi Germany would be the first to develop an atomic bomb. Today, we're concerned that China could be the first to develop a quantum computer capable of breaking modern encryption. Director Easterly, who's winning the quantum computing arms race?
I would probably ask General Nakasone to weigh in on that specifically.
Congressman, you point out one of the critical things that we're moving towards right now. Our agency creates the keys, codes, and cryptography that ensures the underlying encryption of our nation. We are developing those keys, codes, and cryptography in partnership with NIST to ensure that our nation is safe from a quantum computer, which you just described. National Security Memorandum 10 talks about this. We are well on the way to being able to do that, and we will be able to defeat any type of quantum capability that the Chinese have in the future.
So we're winning the race?
We are.
Great. Artificial intelligence, there's a real risk that advanced AI could enable anyone, anywhere to carry out a cyber attack on critical infrastructure. What can be done to prepare ourselves for a world of widely distributed cyber weapons of mass destruction?
Well, this is an area where I have significant concerns because AI is moving faster. It is moving at a speed that is 3 times the speed of Moore's Law. It is unpredictable, and it will probably be the most powerful weapon of our generation. Most powerful weapon of the last generation was owned and operated by nations who are disincentivized to use it. These are generally owned and operated and produced by private sector companies who are driven by a profit motive. So we need to be very specific about the guardrails and ultimately the type of regulation that will help prevent the use of these capabilities for nefarious purposes by rogue nations, by cyber criminals, by terrorists. And we need to move incredibly quickly to do that. I think this and China are the 2 generational issues that we need to be riveted on to protect our nation.
And as you noted, AI development is largely unfolding among a small number of companies, secretly behind the scenes, and I think most of us, even in Congress, are out of the loop. Do you feel like these companies are keeping you abreast of the latest advances in AI and the implications that those advances would have for cybersecurity?
Well, I think one of the good news story is because of the illumination of this issue and the inherent risks by the Congress, by the administration, industry has had to come to the table and actually work in a more transparent way, which we greatly appreciate. But we need to see more of that. And frankly, we need to have secure guidelines in place. There needs to be secure by design for AI, which is why we've been working with all the big generative AI companies and international partners to ensure that when these capabilities are created, security is the top priority.
Now, there are multiple leaders, the CISA director, national cyber director, the deputy national security advisor for cyber and emergency technology, the head of cybercom, who play a role in setting cyber policy. And there are multiple law enforcement agencies, FBI, Secret Service, Homeland Security investigations, that play a role in combating cyber crimes like ransomware. Who is in charge of coordinating the various moving parts of cyber policymaking and law enforcement?
Statutorily, it's the Office of the National Cyber Director that serves that purpose, sir.
And how does your role differ from that of the Deputy National Security Advisor for Cyber and Emerging Technologies? What's the difference between those 2 roles?
The National Security Council, writ large, yields all mechanisms of national power, and cyber is but one. So when the NSC provides guidance and advice to the President, it's far broader than cyber. Our domain is on...
No, but there's a deputy NSA specifically for cyber, so how does that role differ from yours?
We work very closely together, but the big difference is there is more of an operational flavor to that role than my role. Again, our office is providing strategic and policy guidance, not operational guidance, which is what the National Security Council does with our colleagues. Again, far broader than cyber, but more operational than the Office of the National Cyber Director. But I also want to be real clear that we work very closely together, literally weekly. We have a sync, leader to leader, but our staffs are working together daily.